Let me look from
I'm
my
go-
Facebook and see if.
oh, there we go. We are. Okay, we're live. I see it now.
Oh,
Woo!
okay. Okay.
Technical. God, I was hoping we wouldn't have so many technical issues. All right. Hey everyone. I am sorry I missed yesterday. That was my fault. Had some stuff going on and had to take care of some business. So back on. It is just Melissa and I this evening with the last minute of the cancellation from yesterday. So I think what we kind of talked about was seeing who was going to be watching, if anybody had anything they wanted to talk about or reach out to us about. We're going to put Michelle's baby, which this is her jam here. So we're just going to push it out one more week. That way we can discuss this with four of us and get you the most for your viewing pleasure.
Yeah.
So if that makes sense, welcome to a late Groomers Cut this week. And if it's your first time, please make sure you give Facebook permission to StreamYard so we can see your name in the chat and we can move forward. So I'm just going to start out because we kind of don't really have a topic for tonight now since it's just the two of us, but there are quite a few people watching. So please throw out some questions, throw out some stuff for us. We are more than happy to answer anything. We have gone from felines to
The massage.
massage.
I'll happily talk about the aromatherapy. I'll happily talk about the energy work. Downloads that I have. Any of the stuff.
If you want to talk business.
You guys have us at a premium here. So if you have questions, we're happy to answer them for you. I will say that I have on the newest thing coming up for me. It is the summit on the 3rd. And it's just me and Angie Coates, who we want to do this with her. She needs to get on here. We need to get her on here to talk about some stuff because she knows felines. She knows rabbits.
I was going to say she knows small animals.
She's got she's amazing at all this sanitation stuff, which is what the summit is that's coming up. It's just her and I. And she's going to talk about all the zoonics and how the differences between cleaning and sanitizing and disinfecting. Then, of course, I'm going to do everything that falls under the natural category of cleaning and how to DIY. I'll have the videos up on there and be able to answer your questions about creating some DIY cleaning products for yourself using essential oils and natural products. So
can I just throw a pitch out here about Angie, if you don't know, has 2 courses that she teaches through the Academy. And we have a intensive salon sanitation course that Angie does. I believe it's almost 5 hours long. And she also has a personal self-awareness. This isn't grooming related, but this is about you guys being in your shops by yourself. We're getting dark and being aware of your surroundings.
If you go into people's homes or if you're alone in the mobile van, there's a lot of different instances. And she's former law enforcement.
She is. She's
got a real good main line on that.
If Angie's out there watching, she probably. Can you see Angie packing some heat?
I know. I can totally see Angie packing some heat.
I hope she's watching.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing her at the New England show. I love being in her energy because Angie is just so direct. You don't have to ever wonder what she's thinking or, she is a very upfront person, which I love.
Yeah. Oh, she is wonderful.
Yeah.
Love her.
Yeah, we need to have her on there. But if you guys have questions about any of the courses that I have going on with Darius, with the school, Yeah, I just flew out.
Massage.
Thank you. Go ahead. The whole Pet Grooming
Massage.
Academy.
Feline.
Right. We have massage therapy, and it is the full course. What I've been doing for Barkley has just been a little tiny snippet of what the whole course encompasses.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with the feline at the Pet Pro Classic that I'll be at with you guys also in October. That's what, the
21st through the 24th.
24th. That's in Dallas, Fort Worth. So that one I'm doing the quintessential feline, always, of course, from my perspective, which is a holistic perspective, skin and coat, all that good stuff. And that, again, is just a little snippet. Even though it's a day-long program, it's a little snippet of what that whole course encompasses through the whole pet.
Yeah.
And then the aromatherapy, which I'm exclusively with Dara through the whole pet.
Yeah. So just so that people kind of get an understanding, because now all of our online classes, I get emails constantly all day long about our courses, and everyone, the main question is, how are we teaching these? And I get a lot of people who think we're like the ABC school that there's no hands-on or no practicals or anything, which for our grooming side of it, that the majority, 90% of that is hands-on. Then you've got your in-class for the grooming. But our online courses, Melissa's, Michelle's, Chrissy's, Jennifer's, those, and the animal communication as well, with Latifa, all the instructors teach differently. So Michelle's class and her diploma program is run a little differently than Melissa's, and Melissa's will be done differently than Chrissy's, and Latifa does it. So they all have their own style of teaching, as we all do on the floor. So I think
it's important that you talk just a minute about what the difference is. We've gotten some feedback about the pricing on the classes, and I want everybody to understand what they're getting for that money, because it's very different than taking a certificate class through, say, like Barkley, or a certificate class from like Pet Pro Classic. Those are certificates of attendance that you've taken this class. But when you take these courses, these are different than taking a class. When you take these courses through the whole Pet Grooming Academy, I'll let Dara give the nuts and bolts of what you're actually getting for that expenditure of money.
Right. So we're licensed, and a licensed academy through the state, which means all of our curriculum has been submitted into the state, and it has been, I guess, basically judged that what we are teaching is above and beyond what you get outside of the norm. So we have a diploma. Melissa, all the diploma programs, you have to hit a certain amount of education to be able to receive a diploma. You have to have a certain amount of hours. You have to have a certain amount of time invested to get that diploma. So, and to get a diploma, you have to take a certain amount of courses or classes. So our diploma programs are made up of X amount of courses, so that you get a diploma.
It's like a college course. It's like college courses. So, how you have to take a little of this and some of this and some of that. So that's how they're designed in those 100, 200, 300, 400 level.
Yes.
So figure freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Senior is all the master classes that you're taking. So then you get an actual certificate. And I didn't know we were going to do this, or I would have pulled out mine.
I can actually show you some because I printed out a whole bunch today.
Oh, nice. See,
So you can get a certificate. You get it upon completion of every class. Once your courses are finished, then you get your diploma. Groomer Jen said that she wanted to take courses, but she's in Utah. That's okay. You can take classes anywhere. We're licensed in New Hampshire. You will be online, but all of your information is coming through the academy through New Hampshire. So you can be anywhere and take these online classes.
Right, but
give me a second. You talk. I'm going to go get them.
Oh, okay. Dara's going to show what they actually look like, but these courses are actually sanctioned by the state. So it's the same as if you attended a technical academy or a technical school within your state, but you don't have to travel. It's all online. And so the state of New Hampshire is saying you met the requirements to receive these this diploma in these subjects. So Dara, do you have them, Dara? You can show what they look like.
Well, I'm just going to show. So I also do a certificate. All instructors of the academy get their own certificate through the academy. And this is what our diplomas will look like though. So this is yours, Melissa. So is that good? There we go. How's that?
Nice.
So because Melissa has created and done all of these, she has this new lovely, am I showing it right here?
Yeah.
Your master
LMNOPs.
Yes, your LMNOPs, your master holistic feline stylist. So once you graduate from Michelle's course, which I'll show you what Michelle's looks like. This is getting ready to go. So Michelle's, and see, she has her master.
Over to the right a little bit. There you go. Now you can see it.
Okay,
master, so up a little bit there. There you go.
Okay. Yep. So she's got her master
MPA master pet
esthetician. Yep. And then her
ICMG.
Yeah.
And she's an international certified master groomer as well. Yep. So, yes. But you'll get your letters.
Yes, and here I can show you.
What everybody
just printed off. So here's what we do. So everybody, I don't have Anita's stamped, but a certificate comes a little different. And then I put a silver seal this way. Yeah. I'll put a silver seal on this side. So all your classes, you get one of these with a actual emblem and a seal and signed by the administrator, and then the actual diploma.
And there's your diploma, right?
Yep.
And if you finish a master course, then you get your what I call LMNOPs. You get those little letters after your name.
Yep.
So, and it does actually say. Of course.
And Katie, I can't wait for you to start teaching. We're almost there, right? We're almost there, Katie.
I know. That'll be such a great addition to everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Katie will have 2 stations for students, again in Wilton, which is right on the Central Mass border.
Sorry, guys.
So we'll be able to accommodate students again from that central part of Massachusetts.
Voila, I do have them right here. I knew I put them away so that they didn't get messed up because I want to put them in there.
When I spent most of the afternoon today doing seals and embossing and getting
and these are mine, so these have the old seal on them, Dara. But you can at least see what it looks like.
Raise it up. There you go. Oh, it can't be seen through your green
because of my green screen. Yeah. But that one is the master
holistic master animal massage practitioner. Yeah.
So and it literally says with recognition of mastery of vast skills and knowledge in the field of holistic massage therapy, exhibiting compassion and expertise in all practices which conforms with all the standards set by the state of New Hampshire and the academy. So
Yeah.
they're
We have worked
pretty
really hard
impressive.
to get to this point.
Right. Absolutely. So that's why, you're because I have taken a lot of those online different classes, and I have plenty of little certificates. But this is different when you complete the whole program. That's how you get that whole program and
Yeah.
get that master's certificate. So it is something that is likened to a college
Yeah.
course that the
Mhm.
state that your college is in, offers you a state-backed diploma,
Yeah.
and that makes the difference.
Well, and diplomas are just, it's, again, you go through organizations like the IPG, the ISCC, National Dog, all of
Right.
those are, yes, they're giving you a certification through the organization.
Right.
And that stands on, as long as your membership dues are paid, as long as you're doing and following their protocols to maintain that certification, you can keep that.
Right. And that's
The minute,
fine. There's
absolutely, there is
right.
I mean,
There's
yeah,
a place for everybody within the system.
yep,
This is just a different level of education.
yeah,
And that's the only difference, is that, this is just backed by the state. And
and
there's
federal.
right, exactly. And this is something that Dara has to we have to write up a curriculum and submit that curriculum, and they can bounce it back and say no.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
has to be this many hours, and you have to require this many things according to whatever that, her school is in New Hampshire. So whatever the state of New Hampshire requires.
Yeah.
So it's a
So,
little bit broader, a little bit wider on the requirements that we have to produce in order to offer that as well.
yep. And Kathy, yes, you should be fine taking this in Canada. I
Yeah.
don't see any problem with that. The other Melissa, I keep saying Michelle. I got
I
Michelle
know
in
you
the head.
call me
I'm
Michelle all
sorry.
the time.
Thank you. Just it's Eminem.
I know.
So now I just wanted to say, because you do your classes when we're starting, and we've got some enrollment coming up in the feline and some other courses. So Melissa spends a little more time online with you. So she has a actual virtual classroom that
That's
you will
just
be
my
in
style.
virtual, and you'll be working with her one-on-one, maybe a couple, depending on how everything is, how many people are enrolled at a time. So
Right,
we're
at
going
a
to have
time.
the start dates for each class. Latifa does the exact same thing for her animal communication.
And
She
then
likes having 2, 3, 4, 5 people in a class, making that so that you can work together at the same
right,
time as your growth and your progression through the educational levels as you're
right.
rising. So that's
And she uses Google. Doesn't she use Google Classroom or Google?
she does
She
a couple of
uses
different things.
right.
Yeah, she's done a
I'm
few
going to
different things.
utilize Facebook's rooms and their private groups. So the students will be in a private group together. So if they miss the actual virtual classroom lecture, it'll get uploaded right away to the group. It's a private group. So then you get to go in and you can watch that lesson if you couldn't make it for the live one.
Yep.
And then my office hours will be done through the rooms on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I can reconnect and answer questions and all that kind of stuff as well. So I'm trying to make this as interactive as possible.
People like that. I think that's the hardest part about when you say online.
Yeah.
People want still that visual, but not just being talked at.
Well,
They want
yeah,
the
I think that
interaction.
sometimes that like self-guided thing, especially us as groomers, we're tactile learners. We a lot of us come from a neurodiverse kind of learning, and so for us to do self-guided and it's just nothing but words and slides at all times, I think not all of us, but a lot of us, I know I suffer with that. I get bored easily and I find myself not wanting to do anymore because I feel like it's drudgery. But if it's, where I feel like either I can watch the video of the actual person giving a lecture and take my notes and, that kind of stuff, or be live and be able to watch the lecture and then ask questions in the moment, I think that opens up a lot of learning avenues for a lot of different people who learn differently as well.
Yeah, that's what Latifa was doing. So she does
Right.
2 nights a week. You have videos and books, and then 2 nights a week, I believe it's Tuesdays and Thursdays, that she meets with everyone, goes over the learning, what you've learned. Let's talk about it. Let's answer questions. Let's do this. Let's do what can I help you with? Now we move on, and this is what's expected for the next week.
Yeah.
So that is nice. Groomer Jen, horrible with M names.
Join the club. Apparently, it's a mental blockage for a lot of people. People call me Michelle all the time.
I don't know why. I always have called you Michelle.
I know. My neighbor does it to me.
Oh, okay.
She's
not the only
like,
one.
Hi, Michelle. I'm always like, Melissa. And she'll be like, what? Melissa. I'm Melissa. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Every day. Because I walk every morning. She sees me. She says, hi, Michelle.
Like, maybe you were a Michelle in your past life.
I think I must have been. We'll just use that as the excuse. I wear my name around my neck so that people will know my name. Okay.
Well, if I did that, I'd still get called the wrong name. My name is always butchered. I get a lot of Dara.
Dara, yeah.
Like Dara. No.
Well, mine's spelled differently also, so it's M-A, not M-E. But my mother.
Jen the Groomer, Ginny, Jane, Janet, and Jamie. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's just a common thing. I think that a lot of people just do it. It's like unconscious. They just think that that's what it is, and they just say it.
Yeah.
So I have that problem with just saying stuff I shouldn't say, like the no filter problem.
Right. Well, and if somebody says my name wrong, he's like, it's Dara.
It's Dara. I know.
I just answer to it anymore.
Well, people, especially me with my last name.
Oh, yeah.
Conti Diener, and nobody ever knows how to say Diener. They always are Diner, Diner. Nope. I always say when I met my husband.
Hate it.
I know. When I met my husband, I said to him, "What's your last name?" And he said, "It's super easy. It's Wiener with a D," and that's how I remembered it.
Okay.
So it's Wiener with a D. It's Diener. So and that's why I kept my maiden name, because I was married previously and I had a fight to get that back before I married this husband. So I'm keeping it. So
Conti is
my maiden name.
See, I went back to my maiden name too.
Yeah. I had a fight for that, so I'm keeping it. My husband was open-minded enough to understand that it meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
To have it. So, but people, when I was at the last show at Hershey, people were like, "Oh, you're Melissa. You're the oily groomer." Yeah, because no, I don't want to say my last name.
Hey, did you ever say why you are the oily groomer?
I don't remember if I did, but
you have. Hold on, Katie. Yeah, you're right. Nobody can ever pronounce it or spell your last name, Katie. You don't even have a spellable last name.
Yeah, some people have last names that are not a piece of cake. That's for sure.
Yep. And Laura, I don't know if you can see this one, Melissa. Really interested in taking your massage classes.
Oh yeah, taking them with Barkley. Love them. Wondering how far I can go with that online with no in-person hands-on massage training. You can take the entire course. It's all online. And then the thing is that how I'm doing these classes is instead of homework per se, like essays and written papers, and I will require a small amount of those types of things, but the majority of the work is going to be you submitting video to me of you what I call practicum, which is you taking what I'm giving you and putting it into practical usage, and then sending me the video, and then I get with you and I say, okay, let's review this video. Here are my notes from this video. Let's look at this. You did this. You should be doing this. And, all that. So that way you're working with me still on a one-on-one. We may not be right next to each other working on that animal together, but just like you got so much from those snippets within the Barkley class, this is so much more for you to actually take that and be able to run with it.
Now, and you could actually also, and I'm just throwing this out there and I don't mean to interrupt, but
no,
if you're teaching this like that, it doesn't necessarily even you could do and set up the Zoom room and have somebody working on the animal
absolutely,
while you're watching, and it's no different than watching groomers perfect
do their certification stuff, because they do a lot of the certifications now on Zoom.
Yep.
So yeah, it's what I was going to say is the thing is that when you complete the whole program and you have your diploma, you will have enough hours to join a professional animal massage association. You will have enough hours under your belt to what I consider a provable diploma, that the state has those hours. The state has your
logged hours.
Your logged hours, thank you. And they have your grades. Mm-hmm. They have all those things. And so you can take those, and then you can take your national certification test as well as an animal massage therapist for animal massage therapy. And those are all things that I cover within the classes. As you progress through, we start to talk about those in the level 300. And then level 400, we start to work on all those skills and to help you get to that point to take your national certification exams and what they're looking for. And so depending on the state that you live in, depends on your ability to practice as an actual practitioner. If you have to be under the supervision of a veterinarian or not, depends on the state that you live in, and the rules vary from state to state. And I've been talking to a lot of groomers, especially right after Hershey, that have been checking into it. And some, all the vet requires is that they have access to your records. You have to have a treatment plan. You have to have things that they can review, and you work side by side with them in that sense, where you share information, but they're not standing over your shoulder. So it just depends on the state that you're, that you live in, or Canada, the country, what the protocols are for your areas. And the feline, obviously, there really isn't anything statewide that you have to have. There's no regulation on that. And the aromatherapy, there is no regulation right now with that. So
just like no regulations with dog grooming.
Right. But massage, has come a long way, and it is overseen in a lot of states with veterinarians or with veterinary rehabilitative specialists as well. So,
okay. Laura, I am posting where those diplomas are for you on the website, the online courses. So you
it's under online. A lot of people are like, I can't find it. So you have to go to the online courses, and then you can get the information. And Dara does have financial options, for financing and whatnot. So she can deal with all that stuff with you if you want to.
That's my job.
Yeah. You know, so things are doable, and don't think of it as you have to pay the whole, all 4 levels all at one time, right? Because you don't. You
it's
can
a pay per class,
right? Pay per class.
Yep.
Because a lot of people were like, "Oh, I got to commit to all 4 levels at one time." No, you don't.
Get your feet wet. Start with the level
Right.
100s and work your way through.
Way up, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
So they are all there. All right. Wow. Any other questions out there? There's got to be some. I think we sit here and do this a lot. No questions. It's been a good chat box.
Good. I know. I'm so glad.
All right. Lori's watching. Lori,
hi, Lori.
Questions?
Lori,
I can yell at Lori. Stop staying late at work.
Oh,
How many bosses say that?
Yeah. The beauty of me doing the classes also is that I have shifted my focus from actively grooming to 100%. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a kick in the caboose for me. This has been an extremely hard transition because I am ask Dara, I'm a go, go, go kind of person and not a sit behind the computer kind of person. And I am 100% committed to these classes and to this continuing education and what my message is to get out there for groomers. So I am no longer, I see a very small select number of clients here at my home studio. I groom my own dogs. I go and groom for my mom, but I am not actively in a salon or, mobile or house call or any of those things anymore. And it gives me the freedom to be able to work with the students. So my schedule is very different, and I'm able to do these things live,
which is phenomenal.
Yeah, well, like I said,
I mean,
I feel like I feel like grooming has always been my purpose, but I think it was my step stool to my actual purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we've all had, I think,
in that.
In the last few years, there's been you've had a huge transitional growth.
Oh yeah,
I have. Katie, Lori, we've all had this huge transitional growth of where we're really supposed to be in the industry.
Yeah. And everybody asked me, well, can I mentor with you? Where's your salon? Can I come to your salon? And I'm like, I don't have a salon. I if you want to mentor with me, that's how these classes are designed.
Yeah.
For you to be one-on-one working with me. I'm working with you. I'm giving you that knowledge. I'm going to do all these DIY things and show you all this stuff in aromatherapy and how to apply all these things. Same thing with massage. All this stuff is right there. It's just a matter of understanding that you're not just going to sit behind a computer and watch a screen and read stuff out of a book.
Yeah. And there are people who learn that way.
Exactly.
I am totally capable and committed to doing that personally. I don't necessarily think I have a hard time that way.
I'm going to tell you something. Where's my little diploma? I got my I got my little certificate as a certified cat groomer. Even though I have my master's, I've been a member of IPG for a million years, and I did take that. And poor Linda, because I'm a terrible sit down kind of go through a book kind of person. I just really struggle with that type of learning. And I sent my test in, and I missed an entire page of questions.
A whole page.
A whole entire page. And she
Must
said,
have been like,
she's like, I got your videos and I got everything. She's like, but Melissa, you missed an entire page of questions. And I missed a couple questions on like different pages that I thought I wrote the answers down, but who knows? So she was kind enough to be like, hey, go back over there. And send
resubmit.
me your completed thing. I'm sure she wanted to like pull her hair out with me because it took a couple times for me to send stuff in and get it right. But that's because I just don't learn well that way. So that's why I design the courses that way, because that's how I like to teach too.
Yes.
So, it's, and I know that because like I'm sitting here doing the slides for the sanitation summit that's coming up, and I'm doing them, and I'm putting text in there and stuff, but I'm like, I just want to have like this instead of having a PowerPoint and all that stuff. I get it that the PowerPoint helps present the ideas and gives them something to look at, even though, you don't have to look at my mug all the whole time for 2 hours. But I connect with people that way more than I do, with a book and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
and
I tried.
Go ahead. You tried what?
No. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
No. I was just going to say, and I am working on a full version because I have the downloadable version of energy work for animals, for our energy work with animals for pet groomers. And I have that little intro to that. It's a downloadable book on my website. But I am working on a complete full book that will be a printable version on Amazon. And I'm hoping to have that done sometime next year because that's a lot more information. But I wanted to at least get that out there because that was one of the things I got the most from people was that they wanted that information and how do they start. And so I adapted those Reiki techniques and wanted to give them a foundational knowledge on what energy work is and Reiki, what it is, and how to get started in those things and how to start to make those connections. So those are coming. And on my website, if you do download the book, I have downloadable charts and like paperwork that you can use so you can track what you're doing and how the animals respond and keep those things in your records as well. So those things are also
That's on
there.
Oily Groomer.
Yeah, everything's on the oilygroomer.com. Actually, when you click on the store, it takes you over to my other site. It'll open up a new window with Get Groomified, which was my grooming site. But that has my blog and everything on there. And I just leave that up because it has information. I know a lot of people like to see how I used to price structure and how I used to talk about services. So I keep it there as a teaching tool for right now.
Posting.
So, but yeah, those are my two sites, the oilygroomer.com and getgroomified.com.
Yep. Just posted your one.
And if you have questions about wanting to host a class, whether it's through Zoom, you want to I had the best time. I hosted for sorry guys, my mutter. I had the best time doing a couple of Zoom classes this summer. I did one for I think we had 8 people from Brazil, groomers from Brazil, that I did a class on basic massage and energy work. If there's a topic that that it's something that I do, and you want to get together on Zoom or you want to get together face to face, I'm happy to to do that and work with you to set something up to do, face to face or small classes.
Speaking of that, though, I'm just going to go one more out because you have a whole bunch of certificate classes that are state approved. Also.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And Anna, who I'm meeting tomorrow morning, was interested in doing some of those with you. Did you guys hook up, you and Anna?
No, not yet. I haven't.
I added you to an email with her.
I'll have to check. I didn't see anything yet. I'll check the email because I thought I set it up to forward to me so that
check and make sure. So we have on our, and all of these are also approved by the
Yeah, these are
professional
still
group
approved by
pet
the state. Yeah.
credentials.
Right.
So we have a whole bunch of seminars, animal communication series, feline aromatherapy, Reiki, and your energy work.
Right.
The holistic groomer series. We've got a professional business series, and there's the professional grooming series as well. Bobby Bauer has some great seminars with us too. So we've got, I think
There's quite a
I'm
bit of
actually
different
going to say we have
avenues.
78 approved state seminars. I guess
So
we really need to start doing some seminars.
I think so. Yeah, I think
We've
so.
got 78 approved state seminars. So I just listed, and you can download on that page all of the seminar packets. And each of our certificate seminars, oh, and I see it's spelled wrong. I got to go fix that on the website. If you're an alumni of the school, it's $60 or they're $75 each.
Which is, I mean, that's a small dog groom.
And I was going to say, if you're going to do a certificate, a lot of these certificates are what makes up our courses.
The main course, right?
So the main level 1 course, you're going to get all of these certificates within that one course.
And if you don't know, now you'll know because I'm going to say it. But Garris, the whole Pet Grooming Academy offers the Master of Holistic Arts.
Yes.
So
Which
Garris,
we have.
Talk about that for a minute. Let them understand what that is. That's an incredible.
I think this is my most favorite, you guys all know where I stand. I'm business owner, groomer second. But if I I absolutely love this diploma program. It is my all-time favorite. It's called the Master of Holistic Arts, and it is all online. It's 55 hours. That includes introduction to animal aromatherapy, introduction to the pet massage.
Yep.
Those are both 4-hour classes.
And the feline too.
Oh yeah, felines down there also. Yeah. Canine science, it's a 5-hour class. Communication with the animals on your table, that's a 4-hour. Behavior and how it relates to grooming, that's an 8-hour. The first 2 levels of the esthetician, pet cosmetology 1 and 2. Self-awareness of energy while you're grooming, and basic handling skills. And it also, so part of that also is you have to be current in your first aid and CPR and have a salon sanitation course, or you can optional and take that through us with Angie. I love it. It's my favorite.
See, Katie said she would totally take that class. See? It's wonderful because you get a little, you get these snippets like almost like a compressed version, condensed version of all these different things, giving you that Master of Holistic Arts in grooming. Yep. That's unheard of. Nobody has that.
No
one has
to have
that.
A couple of courses on the behavior and animal communication, aromatherapy.
Right.
It's like you get it all.
Yep. So, I mean, that is a beautiful class. If you're interested, if you're like me and you're, ADD, I want this, I want that. I'm distracted by shiny things. That's the class for you because it gives you all these little pieces that put one big puzzle together that gives you that master diploma, which is a beautiful thing.
Yep. And every single one of those courses are also part of the WPA, the PGCs.
Right.
Every single one are part of their continuing education. And all of our seminars and all of our level 1 and 200 courses. Wow.
So, I mean, it's something that you really should consider It's just a different avenue to take in education,
Mm-hmm.
and so, and because the Whole Pet Grooming Academy is one of the first to offer anything like this, there really isn't anywhere else that you can go to get this,
Right.
but there. And
Yep.
you don't and the beauty of it all is that you don't physically have to go there.
No, because this course is, or this diploma is specifically designed for groomers,
Right.
people who have been in the industry for at least five years or so.
Yeah.
So that course, and Terry, yes, this is something that we offer. I just posted the link for that. It is all online, and again, you pay per course. So you just do one course at a time, and it should take, in reality, this diploma should take less than 4 months to do.
Right.
Because you could do a class a weekend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're anywhere between 4 and 8 hour.
The longest, the shortest 4 hours, and
Right.
then there's 2 8 hours and one
Right.
10-hour course. Everything else is short.
Yeah,
Yep.
you should be able to cram that into a weekend of learning, and pop in and out of those, and where else can you do that truly and wind up with that Master of Holistic Arts?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is an amazing thing. And when you talk,
and we're VA approved.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is that they're VA approved. I mean, think of this is the government, that the things that Dara has to do to get VA approval on the classes is incredible. So, I mean, understand that these are not just something that, we were sitting there picking our nose being like, yeah, let's just put this on there and write
this. Sounds good. Let's make this.
It's like
when the military goes, we'll approve that.
Yeah, we have to adhere to some really strict standards, and policy things that you can't mess with, because that's the government is giving this money for veterans, so that's no joke. So I mean, it's just an incredible opportunity, and I think that a lot of people just don't understand what it entails, and they don't understand that, and that's,
hopefully we clarified.
Yeah, I hope so.
We talked a little bit about it, because we've never really talked about how the courses are set up.
Well, and just think about the fact when customers say to you, "How much is it? Why do you charge that much? I could go down here and pay half that or whatever." And when you say, listen, I've got a master's in grooming, in holistic arts. I literally have a diploma that says that I took from the state of New Hampshire, that I took the required amount of hours and courses to call myself a master of these specific things, and that's why. And that is something that, who wouldn't be proud to put that up or to showcase that on their website?
Yeah. And to have your ABCs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Your LMNOPs.
Your LMNOPs. Sorry. You would be a MHA.
Yes, an MHA. So, I mean, that's the thing, is that we're trying to elevate this industry along with a lot of the other educators that are out there doing this.
Yes. Yep.
So, I mean, these are the ways that we want you to elevate yourself and to show the general public that we are not stupid people that can't do something else, that we have to shave dogs and cats because that's all we can do. No, we want to do this, and that we are educated people. And I think that makes a big difference. So take as much as you can from us and from everybody else that's out there. Get a well-rounded education.
Yep.
It's important. Eventually, there will be standards. Eventually, there will be regulation. Eventually, it will come. And when it does, hopefully, a lot of us are working very hard behind the scenes so that it is in our favor as pet groomers.
Yep.
And it isn't sanctioned and regulated by another industry that has nothing to do with grooming. So, know that you're building upon that stuff for when the day comes, and it will.
Yep.
That you can say, hey, listen, I did the work. I put the work in. So it is an important thing. Does anybody have any more questions?
And I was going to say on that note, that comes into play with join the Master Groomer Council of Best Practices.
Oh, yes.
Put that on your target list.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going
you
post
have to
that
apply.
too.
Yes. Post that and apply to be a part of it. You do not have to be a master groomer to be on the council. All grooming opinions and voices are heard and recognized and appreciated. Only need to have that master's in order to vote on the things that we vote on to be put into our standards and practices.
And yes, our diplomas are masters.
Right.
So if you have a diploma from the school,
it counts.
You are part of the Master Groomer Council for voting rights.
Right. It definitely counts. So if you are passionate about trying to propel our industry forward and to help create standards and practices that are the same across the whole industry, that we start to use the same terms and we start to use the same ways that we are going to be doing things to make it easier, to make it so that Mary in Wichita, Kansas is doing, nail trims the same way that Susie in Omaha, Nebraska is, and they look at the nail trim as the same way. And they know that there's a standard on how we clean and sanitize and, all that kind of stuff. What's the word on muzzles? What's the word on, different equipment usage? And it gives us a point to stand on and then to grow off of. The beauty industry has it for all of their things.
Yeah.
And that's where we're trying to get to. So, and they do have master hairstylists.
And they have, my hairdresser has a color specialist.
Yes, and
she is
and those
recognized
are
as a color specialist.
$100 a haircut and up, and because they put the work in. Yep. So we're trying to elevate and to bring y'all up.
We're trying. Froze up.
Uh-oh, Dara's frozen. I don't know why Terry doesn't see. I don't know. Dara's frozen. I think I'm still live. I don't know because Dara's frozen, but I might be. I might still be live. So let's see. I don't know. I'll have to. Oh, I am. Okay, I see that I'm still live, but she's. So let's see. There's a slight delay. So Dara is. I don't know. I'll have to. Oh, I am. Okay, I see that I'm still live, but she's. Okay. Let's see. There's a slight delay. So Dara is. I don't know. I'll have to. Okay. I think I'm the only one on right now. So if you're not seeing the links, let's see, Terry. I think I'm the only one on right now. So I'm going to shut this off because I can't watch myself live. Oh my gosh. rid of it. All right. I think I'm still live. Oh, there
Oh,
you
we're
go.
here. Okay.
Okay, good
Sorry.
deal.
We're
I
back.
know.
We're back.
I jumped
Sorry.
on really quick because I was like, are we still live? So, Terry's saying that she's not seeing the links
The
when you
links.
post them.
What platform, Terry, are you watching on? Throw us that really quick. Um, that'll be because they should all be there. If not, I will send them to you in a private message. So we're back. Oh, Melissa, you had a voice. Okay.
Yeah, I had a voice
We're back.
delay. It was
I don't know
weird
what
for a
happened.
minute. We stepped into another dimension. So
We did. It's all this talk about energy
that's
today.
it. We did a time warp
Yep.
again.
I love that movie.
Steps
All right. Tonight on Facebook. Yes, we are on 8 different Facebook platforms. So I'm just wondering which one you're watching on because we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 8 different Facebook and YouTube. So there's a lot of platforms going on.
You should be able, if you're not seeing the links live, if you go to I don't know if you're watching it from the whole Pet Grooming Academy's page or the
Pet
Oily
Pro.
Groomer page or
They
what?
should all. She says she's watching on the Pet Pros.
Okay, so you should be able to see when you go back after the program goes off. Look through the comments, and it should be popping up in all the comments, all the links. So just wait till after the show. Yeah. So you should be able to click those links from there as well. We're almost out of time. This was great, Dara.
I know.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
We answered a lot of questions. Does anybody have any other questions? Happy to answer them. Don't forget to go to my site and sign up for the Sanitation Summit. It's on my continuing education page on the oilygroomer.com. You'll see everything that I have coming up, all the shows that are coming up that I'll be at. And the Sanitation Summit is at the very top of the page. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of DIY stuff. I'm going to talk to you about using essential oils and cleaning and making your own products. I even talk about pre-made products, like which products I recommend to use as natural products. And if you are interested in coaching, I offer a wide variety of coaching and mentoring solutions, and those are also on my Oily Groomer, the oilygroomer.com page. So I'm currently working with a couple of different clients right now, and everybody comes from a different angle, what they want. My whole thing is all about working holistically. And so whether it's about your business practices or whether it's about incorporating spiritual practices into understanding energy and how to work with the pets and that kind of stuff, there's a wide gamut of the things that I offer. So don't hesitate to reach out.
Mm-hmm. Very good. I'm going to throw one more thing out. Last week we had a question Kathy Gonzalez had asked, and I did get an answer from Dave about the Best Shop products on that. Yes. So that we'll start with that next week when we have all of us together, since we're talking about the shampoos again.
Right.
So I'm hoping she's going to be on there, but I did get that answer, and my next goal is to get Dave on in a couple weeks.
Yeah, that would be great. I actually got lucky and got to meet him at Hershey. What a
Dave.
wonderful man. He was so awesome, and I've recommended his products for years. I just love that he is transparent and he'll corner you and tell you everything and why it's in there, and he'll give you a free lesson.
One of my favorite Dave classes is his dryer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All about the velocity dryers. He does a great one. He actually did it for the students for us, so we have it, and it's one of our training
seminars, right?
Seminars.
For
Yep.
your students. Nice.
Yep. So he does a phenomenal job with all about the dryer.
Yeah,
So,
those are two people we need to have on. Dave
yes.
Campanella, and we definitely have to get Angie
Get
Coach
Angie on here. Yeah. Yeah. I think Angie's been on once before, hasn't she?
I don't know if she's been on since I've been on.
It's always fun to have new people, isn't it?
Yeah, we need to get more people.
Yep.
So,
all right. Well, I'll reach out to them. So we will be back next week. Terry, if you have any problems, message me tomorrow. I will be on the road tomorrow afternoon, but in the morning I will be working in the office for a little bit. So, but I can still do everything while I'm remote too. So if you have any other questions, reach out. All right.
You're going to do our closing credits?
Ending closing credits.
Nice.
Keep our
We're
internet
fancy like that.
We're fancy like that.